What up, Jay? Have they actually met in person, or they just talk on the phone? Well, she told us from the market that she had lied. She barely went to the market. They live together in his house. What? So, hold on. He just left Angelic move in the crib. Is he young? They signed the paperwork. They married now. How old is he? He got to be young. He 38. What this dude? It's something with her, Angelic. You gotta, you know. I don't say damn him. Like, we got a little connection with Angelic, like it or not. Like, Angelic, what the hell is you doing worried about a nigga right now? That's the last thing you need. Like, and he has no kids. Angelic, she moved in his house after they got married because the mom said, well, how did she move in? All this is within the past 2 weeks. She said she just on her kids. She just talking. She ain't just on her kids. She says she is not fighting for the other kids anymore. She just talking. They just got the license. Yeah, she probably just talking. Like, y'all heard 21 say, F them kids or some shit like that. 21 don't mean that shit. Like, she said new beginning on a certain spiritual aspect probably. But other than that, nah, she still got those attachments. Those are kids. She still love her kids. I'm gonna be real. Like, women, y'all bond with y'all child ain't gonna never go away. That shit ain't, that love from mother to a child, you may have some stuff that impede in between there that could, you know what I'm saying, impact how you raise the kids. But other than that, that love, that bond, that shit ain't gonna never go away. You put her lies in. I know she probably did say it, but that bond ain't going away. Said she having new children. She already got. You said a new child or new children, but she already got. He said no to her kids. Wait, he said no to her kids. What you mean no to her kids? He said her kids can't stay there? Bitches be bonkers. I don't want to think that about her. What up, Beezus? He wants nothing to do with her 7 kids. What? She showed us how. She trying to get pregnant. They trying to have kids. And he don't want to. Her kids can't be over there. What? They been trying to get pregnant for day one. I've been on political juice too long, y'all. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. So how long did she move into the house? How long has it been since then? Kiss my ass. I ain't been around this. I promise you I ain't been over there. He said her kids is her past life. Fuck is wrong with him? That ain't her past life. Lord, they both. She moved in 24 hours at the meeting. But even the nigga, even now the man, he's even him saying he can't move with the kids, can't move in. He don't want nothing to do with her kids. Like, what kind of shit is that? He fucking that girl head up. She gave us a new place. MJ, I have no idea. When I say I ain't been watching Angelic, y'all, I haven't been watching Angelic at all. The kids are with the dads. Nature boy, oh my god.
But with that said, dog, it's it in any situation, it's what's best for the children.
Yeah.
And if she's even entertaining that type of and this ain't tearing her down. I don't agree with it, but yeah, look, it's best the kids not be with her, bro. Like it for her to even entertain that. And the same with that crazy nigga. It's really just best that they be her past life and she moved the fuck on. She
Nah,
got nothing.
I don't like the term past life. Um, I just gotta put a different term.
I'm saying she. Okay, well to simplify it, she's stating those kids are no longer. She wants nothing to do with them, bro. Like she's not about to sit here and build her life or live her life as if she has children or has that responsibility.
Who
Them
she been
kids,
talking
man.
to? Somebody done got in her head. Like,
What, man? Yeah,
you need to lie
yeah.
that.
I'm done. But yeah,
Hey, is homeboy there right now? Is homeboy at the house right now? He works. Let me talk to her for and Angelic, how you doing?
Why are you being? Why are
Real.
you? How are
We
you
gotta talk.
being
We gotta talk
messy?
some real. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna speak from a sincere place. You know what I'm saying? All love. You know that.
Don't let him beat me because he's being messy.
Well, nah, I ain't. All right. So look, we had our conversation last year. You know, first conversation, and I was telling you about some stuff. How Big O was gonna go X, Y, Z. 8 months ago, all the kids was with you, and you was doing your thing. Some shit done transpired, and they just on my live saying you said you ain't want your kids no more. I don't believe that at all. I think you just on here talking, as I told them. I don't think that bond between
Right,
the
I
mother,
was.
mother and the child, and the kids never go away. When it comes down to the past life, they said you was like, "That's my past life." But she trolling you, okay? Making sure. Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, I was trolling about that. Of course, I just left my parents in class today, so I was trolling about that.
Okay. And the marriage, is this real?
Yeah,
Don't play, man. Is this storyline? This is just Big O.
no, I got my marriage license and everything.
That's dope. You know what I'm saying? So look, let me first say congratulations. I'm not a hater. That's dope. I definitely think that
Thank you.
everybody deserves to be loved, have a spouse that loves them just as much as they love you and all. Shout out to you for that. But however, I don't think that right now is the time. Everybody deserves to find love. I think you need to find you first before you go outside of you and reach for that outside energy. I'm just keeping it real. Like I feel like you need to find you. I feel like you ain't really found you all the way. You've been through a lot within the past couple of months, and these men shouldn't be able to come, get inside your head. Like just keeping it 1,000.
But I feel like what do my marriage have to do with anything that's going on?
So when it comes down to life, you big on energy, and you like spirituality as well. When it comes to energy, uh, when you giving your energy to too much other outside energetic sources, like it be people, things, and stuff like that, it can actually take you on a certain path to the point where if you really haven't found you all the way, ultimately, you're gonna be making decisions that can be, can have a things where you may think that it's actually good, but can have a domino effect. It can actually be negative and take you down the wrong path by giving your energy to other force.
Well, my husband is an Israelite, so we believe in Torah. He's from the tribe of Gad, which is the so-called Native American Indians, so they're very spiritual. and he's not going to take me down the wrong path. If anything, he's helping me.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope as hell. All right, so they said that he would. They said came in my lock, and I said I ain't been watching Angelic for like the past like month or 2 months. I've been over here doing my spiritual, I mean my political stuff. But when it
Mhm.
come down to it, they said came in my life. They said he said that your kids can't come, and he don't want nothing to do with your kids. Was that the trolling side? That was his bigo.
I mean, it was the truth to that was we had a conversation and I asked him what his desires was, and he said that he never planned at first. He didn't think from when just looking over his life that he would date a woman with children. But when he met me, it changed his mind. Like it made him humble down. So of course my children can come.
So look, y'all. When it come down to them getting married and the timing, it's people that they be dating a couple of years and they get married, and then a year later they end up divorcing. So when it comes down to time on it,
Right.
like the time really don't matter. People get married sometime and they be together forever. Um, so definitely not hating on that aspect. I just feel like most of us on
I
Bigo,
think they just saying it because of the situation that I'm in with my, children, and that I haven't known him more than 30 days. So
I
they're just
appreciate.
judging it off of.
Yeah, I think they judging off the fact that not only the situation with the kids, but the fact that the time since you've been on social media, especially on Bigo, we all they kind of like grew with you over the months. Some of them probably been watching you over the years, but I think they probably basing it on that and what they feel like best. But ultimately, it's your life,
But
definitely.
my social media life is not how I act in real life.
Yeah,
So I mean, having children, that's a struggle. Like dealing with children, that's why I'm in parenting classes to get better at that. But um, as far as my personality and type of woman that I am, I'm not like that in person.
yeah. But they probably looking at like the events and things that have occurred and stuff that you probably have said. So they probably basing it on that. Like I know, I feel like given the stuff that occurred over the past few months, I don't think that. I think that should be like the last thing would be, while you going through a situation is you know a
But
marriage.
actually, this is actually the perfect time because when you're trying to date a man with children, most people have the tendency to move quicker because they can't find the time to get babysitters. They have to bring men around their children that necessarily won't be in their life. And
Hmm.
so now their children is getting exposed to another face. So this is actually the perfect time to get to know someone outside of my children being present. So um that's how I think about that.
But I don't know, I feel like you should. Uh, that's dope. It's always your choice. But I just feel like while you got that time, I think you should really just take at least take a
What?
year.
Go back to the hood. Go
Take a
back to the
year.
hood where I got robbed every 5 seconds
No,
and
I think you should take a year.
cry in the
Just focus
corner.
on you, work in school, focus on you. While you got the kids away right now, it could be a blessing in disguise. But I feel like giving you a solid year to just focus on you. Uh,
I mean, but
whether
I'm
it's
focused on me on the way. I only got 2 more classes to get my GED. So, I got that scheduled already. So I can, and then my husband is motivating me. Like when my dress got delivered to the wrong address, I wanted to go get a pack of cigarettes. He was like, no, I haven't been keeping the Sabbath. He been making sure I keep the Sabbath. Like he been making sure that when I act the food on the internet, that's the no go. Get your spirit back together. Like he's the one that's there when I'm crying at night for my kids. He's the one that's wiping my tears away. If I was at the house by myself, I think that I would spiral under control, like downward because I won't have nobody. I would just be like depressed. So
yeah,
he's here comforting.
yeah,
He's here comforting me. So,
I got you. And it's good to have. And the one thing about it is, and that's the problem that I would have right there. That I definitely see. And the reason that he's comforting you is one of the times when you at your what some may view is like a lowest point of your life. Because the mother, when she don't have her kids is most mothers, their kids is everything to them. That attachment of them not being there day in and day out, waking up, even though they may be annoying at times, but them still y'all babies. So you know when you at your lowest point, a lot of time people come in, or some people may be, some people can come in. Actually, no, my bad. You are opened up a little bit more, and then people can easily feed on certain things and try to prey on your weaknesses and use
I
that to
mean,
try to get
I mean,
inside you.
from the vulnerable sense, yes, but dealing with this government stuff, it takes a year to even go through the process. So, like throughout the months, it gets trying, and
Yeah,
the simple fact that I didn't look at the flaws, look at me being viral in a negative sense, look at all the stuff that people are trying to say. His family see my videos, and he's still supporting me. You know,
yeah.
so that to me is the ultimate love. Like nobody is gonna who's gonna what
You,
other man is gonna put themselves in that predicament to want to even be in a situation like that I'm
uh,
in to join themselves with me.
you,
So
you
that's
know how
real love.
like, Angelica, you know how some people like, let's say they lose a loved one. They was married, they lost somebody, they passed away. Some people can easily prey on that situation because they know the mind is emotions is all over the place. Uh, Breakups and shit like that. People can come in.
So you're trying to say he's preying on me because I'm in a vulnerable
I hate the word. Hold
situation.
on. I hate the word praying because that sounds bad. You become more vulnerable. Your heart is more vulnerable to anything that'll give it attention. And when you, if you on your A game, sometimes you wouldn't even looking in certain directions. That's why I said like I feel like if you just while you said it could take about a year. While this year if you was okay, 2 classes for your GED, all of a sudden you hop into a trade program, you still at the same time you working, you focusing on you exercising, you doing something like that to keep your mind going and focus doing your parenting classes and everything. I feel like after that year, it's kind of like a detox away from the world, detox away from people, because everybody don't need to, because everybody can say a whole lot of good shit. They can say a whole lot of good stuff. They know how to pick. Men know how to pick at women's minds. Sometimes women know how to pick at men's minds. People can say a whole lot of stuff to get inside you, especially at the time when you're real vulnerable. Um, I think like a year is like a detox away from everything, the people,
Right. He's an
men,
Israelite.
yeah, like away from the world. But you just on your grind time. And I think your decisions would be better when it comes to certain things. Not to say that this ain't. I really don't know, but I'm wasting my time.
I feel
I'm
like
good. But she taking it out. You
people
know,
are
Jelly
just
gonna do what
drawing.
she gonna do regardless. That's Angelic.
I mean,
But
people are just drawing straws. But actually, in a time like this is when you really see the people who's going to be in your corner. And like I said, for him, he's like a pillar to me right now. He's like uplifting me in time of my weakness,
as he
and he didn't
should,
have to.
as
You
he
know, he
should,
don't have no children. He own his house. He got nice cars. Everything is set. He didn't have to choose me.
which is
He could
dope.
have been with anybody without children. He could have been with women that had degrees, but that's how I know that it's real. It's not like he's trying to just use me because I'm vulnerable.
Let the young brother know that I didn't know nothing about your past.
Oh, that's what up.
Yeah, he didn't know nothing about my past. Yeah, when he first met, he didn't look me up, and
Yeah, fam.
I
Hey,
actually
fam.
was
Yeah,
right next to him
we
when he
just been.
felt me.
Let me speak to him, Professor Jelly. Hey, fam. Yeah, we just been around her for the longest, and she coming out of a real like traumatic event, and her being open to the world. We just want to make sure she good.
You saw me.
Yeah,
What he said?
can you repeat what you
You can hear
said?
me? I said, yeah. I said, fam. We just
Yeah.
trying to make sure she good. She just came off a real like traumatic event. We done watched her for a while,
It's
so
all
like we
good.
want to make sure that she good when she open herself up to the world and stuff like that. But she said you doing
It's
your
all
thing,
good.
fam. So that's salute.
It's all good, bro. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? My first priority is the Most High, and my second priority is my wife. So
exactly.
if I can't be right with the Most High, I'm not gonna be right with her. You know. So
Yeah, that's
I'm just a real chill out dude. I'm the type of brother that once people get to know me, they realize that I'm the truth. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I hold myself in high regard on that fact. You know, I stay consistent. I don't get upset, mad. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I'm that type of brother.
What's your Vel?
You're so
Okay,
sweet.
okay. Yeah, so, look, y'all, but he done hit it right on. That's why y'all what you want y'all man. Submitting to the man
Right.
above, y'all. The most highest to you?
Remind me of a Captain that's already got. That's what he look like.
But yeah, I mean, and then when
He
you
don't
guys
tell us.
hear him speak, you can hear the genuality. You can hear that he's genuine. He's not coming on here like, "Yo, what up, doe? This gonna be my girl, and I don't give a f what nobody say." Like he's very
Yeah.
calm natured. He's not. He barely want to even get in the camera, so it's not about no clout. Like so, he's you can hear him the genuineness in his voice,
Yeah.
and real recognize real. So
Look, y'all. Y'all know people meet. It's people that be dating years, and all of a sudden they finally get married, and all of a sudden they break up. They get divorced. Some people they get married instantly, and they end up staying together forever. Every situation different. Every situation different, y'all. This could be one of them situations, y'all.
I
And he
think
knows about
because
her
my
situation
life
too.
has
And
been
he
so
knows about her
up and
situation, y'all.
down.
So y'all said that he didn't know
Yeah,
about
and
her
I
situation. He knows about her situation.
right. So when we first met, he didn't. I told him I have my 7 children, and I told him that you know like on the second time we conversated that they were not with me and stuff like that, and that I was viral and stuff. He never looked me up. And then like maybe a week into our relationship, I'm like, I feel comfortable with showing you everything. And after I showed him with my hand on my head, he's like, is that all? Like, I didn't know you before that. And then, of course his family found out and he was calling them like, do you know that she did that? He's like, yeah, I know. And I met them and stuff like that. So yeah, regardless of all of that, he's by my side still. So I can't find not one man that's ever going to make those sacrifices for no woman. So this is actually a blessing. And I think that because my life's been so up and down, when people click on my life, you never know what you're going to see. You
Mhm.
never know. And I think because this is so new and everybody like, nah, this got to be just for Bigo. She must be trolling. No, this is real. Like, this
That's
is
what I said.
real.
I'm like, yo, you just doing content. This is a storyline. You for real?
I'm for real.
That's what I said. But yeah, that's okay. Let me ask you this. Y'all plan on moving up out of the D? I, I think if y'all do, everything goes through and y'all go. I think y'all should get like a new fresh air.
I mean, he already has his house. He brought his house for his wife and his children.
Yeah.
He don't live in Detroit, so we actually in the suburbs right now.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Gotcha. Right now, he asked this. Huh? Well, he should.
And I think people are coming from a judgmental point, like, who she must be trolling. If he know all about her, then either something wrong with him, because why is he choosing her and all this other stuff? Like people don't know me outside the internet, like
Yeah.
they don't. And I think that's why people judging like that, like I'm trolling because of what they see on the internet. Like they don't know me outside of internet.
They probably
So
yeah. They probably come. They probably speaking from about what they see on the internet. Uh, even though some is real, some is fake. Uh, own personal experiences, and just being life. So even though it may look like the odds is against y'all, as long as you got your foundation there, I mean everything will be good. But that's all they speaking of from that aspect.
I guess they wasn't expecting Angelic to have her Cinderella story at the end of all of this. So I guess they just gagged, I guess. But
Can the
that's why
babies
you
count?
put prayer first, put the most high first.
They said they was trolling about the babies, y'all. She was just trolling.
Yes, yes. My family will be meeting him this weekend. Kids too.
Yeah, he know about all her situation, yeah.
Yeah, his family know too. It's no secret.
Well, that's actually, you know, so on one hand, if you look at it like he knows her whole situation and he can accept her for that, like that's lit. That's lit. Definitely.
Yeah.
And he plan on sticking by her and helping her, you know, even reuniting with them. The father's on
Yes. 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 Like
the
he,
father got the
it
father got to
really touched my
understand.
heart when he's like, I don't even. He was like, honestly, I cannot wait to tell your children that I'm not like all these other guys. I love your
Yeah,
mom, and I'm gonna prove to y'all different that I'm not like these other guys.
that's
And
dope. That's
not a
dope
lot
as
of
hell.
men gonna do that. Not none of the guys that I had children with, be like, and I have 3 children, and I met a guy. None of them pulled my children to the side. I was like, you know what? I'm not like this. I'm gonna make sure you guys are like. They're not doing that. So just the
Yeah,
simple fact that he wants to do that, that's beautiful to me.
yeah, definitely. That's dope as hell. And y'all talking about the father's not allowing it. Look, them kids got a mama too, just like they got a daddy. So at the same damn time, they're gonna have to be understandable of it. They have to
Yeah,
be
some
understandable.
one of them is just bitter.
Kids
Just
deserve
want to
their
give me
mama.
a
Look,
hard
y'all,
time.
kids deserve a loving mama and a loving father. They deserve both. So whether the mama and the father don't like each other, that's on them. But the kids deserve a loving mother and father at the end of the day. Hopefully the communication stuff get on track. Y'all let bygones be bygones. But damn that, y'all kids deserve mothers and fathers.
You know, and one of them did. One of the children's father, they got the dog, and they're talking. They letting the kids spend the night. It's just one of them. It's just one of the children's father that's trying to keep all the children away from all the siblings, all the family, even me. It's just one.
No, it shouldn't
Everybody
be like
else
that.
actually getting along,
They gotta
and
get to the
everybody
point.
else is co-parenting.
Yeah,
So
when they get to the point, whoever that is, they probably kind of heard a certain way.
he
But
bitter.
yeah, when you get to the point where you move past that, y'all gonna be co-paying and everything. Y'all gonna be to the point where y'all gonna be cracking jokes on each other. I'll be calling my baby mama ugly and everything. Just be joking on them. But you know, it's all love at the end of the day. So when y'all get to that point, it's gonna be cool. Well, it's good talking
But
to you,
yeah,
but
thanks for chatting.
yeah, for real, dead
All
ass, man.
right,
I just want to see what's going on. We won't get a chance to chop it up
all
often,
right.
but yeah, blessings. Hey,
Thank you.
what's your new name gonna be? She changed her name to wait, why Jackie ain't lying me? She playing in my face. How she playing? This everything sound good. She ain't, what Savage? What happened? She locked
Brandy,
bad.
this bitch is playing in your goddamn face. Everything that she just said, she lied. This fucking girl, that man ain't got no kids. Now all of a sudden he got kids. His mother nor his sister likes that bitch. She's treated like she's a goddamn maid in that house. She cleans up behind him. She cleans up behind his sister. She cleans up behind his mother. They're not even living in that house by themselves. They got other people living in that house. So that house ain't even his. And secondly, she is a freaking house sitter in another house where she gonna have to leave when they find a fucking buyer. So all that shit that she's talking right now to you, she's full of shit, and so is her man. They are fake ass Israelites. They don't follow a fucking thing in the Israelite culture at all. They pick and choose when they want to be Israelites. So stop believing every fucking thing that this bitch say. And let me just ask you a question: how would you feel if your baby mama told your kids that you was dead? Because that's what she did with one of her kids.
Wait,
How would
huh?
you feel about that? I'm curious.
She told she told her kids that she was dead.
She told Hezekiah that his father was dead. Way before all her kids got taken, she told Hezekiah that his father was dead. So all this time he was thinking his father was dead. But now that the kids done got taken, he's finally figuring out that his father was never dead. So how would you feel if your
You
baby
know,
mama told your child that you was dead?
that's fucked up. And she got to deal with her karma. I think she's dealing with her karma right now, especially in the aspect of like, uh, you know, her
Oh,
kids not being
Brandon,
away from her.
Brandon,
What up, Savage?
you done sat there and let that slewfoot bitch just lie like that in your face like that, huh, Brandon?
Oh, I ain't.
That girl, listen,
Uh-huh.
Brandon, listen. You know, at one point in time, I had a little faith, but when I seen her just last week say she really said that she don't want to fight for her kids no more. She gonna start a whole new family and don't even worry about the kids. The kids ain't her responsibility no more. And she just gonna start a whole new family as if the other seven don't fucking exist. She can't tell you a fuck ass thing, Brandon.
Yeah.
That's really what the fuck she said. She really on live. That was you. I don't give a damn trolling or what. That's some sick ass shit to say out your fucking mouth when she know that she got CPS cases and all that shit. She was dead ass motherfucking serious. Ain't no trolling.
Savage, do you remember she was coming from the meeting and her daughter said that she doesn't feel comfortable moving in with a new man? So she was like, "Oh, she's not stopping my happiness. She's miserable." So
Yeah, that
I'm
she
just
she
going to,
she actually said that her children are bad as fuck,
yeah.
and that she doesn't feel like that she can do anything with them anymore. She said all that shit about her kids on live.
Oh,
And her
Like I
daughter
don't
says
give a
she doesn't want to move with a new man. And she was like, "Oh, well, she's not stopping my happiness. I'm not moving back to the ghetto. So they could stay where they are."
Yeah, she said that on live. She said she don't want to be in the ghetto no more, and that this man had made a plan to where he wanted to have a child and raise a family of his own, and that she thought that she was going to lose him because she already had 7 kids. So when she seen that how the people were reacting, then she came back the next day and tried to switch it up after she hit it off. She was dead ass fucking serious.
I just want to say this. If you're in a relationship with somebody and
The
they're
fuck?
doing everything for you, you
uh-huh.
fall in love with what they do for you. You know, if you're cleaning, you come in the house and you're cleaning, you're paying for everything, you're paying with your benefit card, the food. Of course, a man is not going to want that to leave. So he's not in love with you. He's in love with what you do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying, Brandon? If you come into a house and you
Uh-huh.
cleaning and you doing laundry and you doing all of this,
Yeah.
that's like if I had a man that was paying for
Paying for
everything and
everything
I don't
makes
really
sense.
like him, I fall in love with what he does for me.
What
You
he
know what I'm
does for
saying?
you makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, this Angelique, she's nothing but a liar. When that man goes to work at night, she forgets all about being an Israelite. I mean, she's up twerking, she's drinking like crazy, she's talking mad mess on the internet. I mean, I done got kicked out a few times because I just can't believe how somebody could be like that, especially now you want to have a child in California, if you have a case open and they done took your kids, when you have that next child, that child is going too. It's different in Detroit, but how will the system keep letting you have children when you don't even have the original children? And she said once before, she said, "Well, if they come and take it, then my husband will take it." How the hell your husband gonna take it and you're in the same household?
Mm.
This that woman is delusional,
Do, do
and I
y'all think?
don't, you know.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I have 7 kids. I've dealt with CPS.
Mm-hmm.
I fought for my fucking kids. I didn't miss a beat. I didn't miss a visitation,
That's what up. That's what up.
and I won sole custody of my kids after it all was over with.
Dope.
Angelique has to deal with psychiatrists. She has to deal with therapists.
Yeah.
You have it's court ordered.
Yeah.
You can't go around it. If you do not go to any of those psychiatrist visits, if you do not go see a therapist, they are going to change the plan from reunification to termination.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not cooperate at all and your visitations are cut, the plan is going to go from reunification to
Oh,
termination.
wait, hold on. I asked her that. She said she's been attending her parenting classes and she only got two more classes
It
for.
doesn't. She can attend those parenting classes all she wants.
Is
But
she
those
doing that?
classes, none of that was given to her by
Listen,
the judge.
that is not the only thing she has to attend. It is automatic and a well-known fact. When the kids go into the system, the first thing they do is put those children on medication and they see a psychiatrist. And you have to go to family
My parents
therapy.
suspended.
That is the number one thing in order for reunification. When they say a family have to heal,
Mm-hmm.
you have to see a therapist every week,
Yeah.
along with those family therapy things.
Okay, I'm not trying to cut you off. I don't want to cut you off, but I have a question. Doesn't the court have to order those things to be done in order
It's
for
going to
it
be
to be?
That's usually standard.
it's
She
ordered
hasn't.
in the
She
beginning.
hasn't been ordered to do that. That's why.
Yes, she has. It is on
Yeah,
her court
so
order when she
that's
showed it.
usually standard across America. When you
Yes,
when you get your
Well,
kids
she
taken, they're gonna
ain't
say parenting
doing it no
classes,
more.
the therapy.
when she showed her court order, it is on her court order. Those are the stipulations in
Yeah,
order for her to get her children back.
yeah,
Do they
it's
have a
standard.
time limit?
She has 1 year to do it, and she's going to be terminated. Let me tell you two more things, and then I'm gone. The second thing is, by her having a court date all the way in December, I
Mm-hmm.
guarantee the plan is not reunification.
Mm-mm.
Because let me tell you, you have interims every
Yeah.
3 months, every 30 days. You have meetings every
Mm-hmm.
30 days, and you have to go to court every 30 days to see the judge. Her court date is not until December.
They pushed it back.
The plan is no longer you reunification.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes,
If okay, when she was doing all that stuff to Cooper, and they terminated her visitation, see the children, does that not that doesn't work in her favor, right?
I just told you that. If they terminated her visitation, the plan is not reunification for Angelique.
And she said before, out of her own mouth, she's not getting them kids back. I'm not getting them kids back. She just
And
said
you
it.
know why? And she's trying to make it seem like it's
It's
her
her choice,
decision.
right?
Not her decision.
No.
It's this. But let me tell you also this.
Mm-hmm.
CPS, she's saying, let's just say hypothetically, she said she get the kids back in September and the system fuck up and give them her kids back, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she go to CPS and she say, I am now married, I've only known him for 3 weeks, I just got married. You know what CPS gonna do? They're gonna have an extensive home study on him, his mama, his sister, and whoever else is on the deed of that home. Whoever the homeowner is, they're
Yeah.
gonna do an extensive background check on him. And it's not going to be, oh, let me check your criminal history. They want to see every fucking thing, excuse my French, he has ever done.
So they would want to see that, if and not for her kids coming
Right.
back there.
No. Let's just say if it's reunification,
Oh, okay.
they are not going to allow those kids to go back into their home unless they approve of it. And by her jumping up and getting married after 3 weeks, and Patrick just beat Samaya, and she just had that abuse going on, CPS is going to look at Angelique and terminate her because they're going to be saying she makes impulsive
Impulsive
decisions.
decisions.
She
Yeah.
does not have rational decisioning. And
Yeah.
she did not warn those people, hey, look, I just met somebody, I'm getting married. They are not going to place those kids back into the home with Angelique. They're going to say, you just left Patrick? You jump out of Patrick, you just left Patrick. Patrick just abused Samaya. And you just met this other guy. Where you met her from? She can't say Walmart because we all know she just met this man on the chat line. It's a whole video on Lala T channel that she just met this man. When she first met this man, she met him off the chat line. Her grandmother brought her to the beauty supply store to buy a dress. In the beginning, his name was Richard.
What, he don't
She
have a
said she
car?
told everybody his name was Richard in the beginning.
Oh my.
He don't have a car?
He has
Who?
2 cars.
Oh. So his
Oh no,
grandma, her grand
I don't have a car, but
no,
I've been through
no, I'm
this.
talking about why did his grandmama bring him to the store?
Angela
His who?
don't have no car.
She doesn't have a car, but the
Oh.
kid. I think everybody should stop worrying because the kids. They're not going to allow those kids to go back into the home with her or him, especially what she's doing now. And if she has a court date all the way in December, right now the plan is not for reunifications. You have one interim in 6 months to get an update on your case plan. After 6 months, they say, "Oh look, you haven't did this, and that."
Yeah.
When a year come, the plan is going to be for reunification because they're going to say the kids have been in custody for too long. The kids cannot be in custody over a year. People are telling her she has 3 years. That is a lie.
Wow.
You have one. It's a federal law. You have 1 year to get yourself together, and you're terminated.
Mm. So she has that new apartment over there just sitting. She said she's waiting for that lease to run out so she can, terminate the
That
lease on that.
that 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 that's solely her decision.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what she do with her house. I don't care what you do like with her benefits. None. My problem is that I've been in her situation. I've never been her. I've been in her situation, and guess what? I could not sleep at night because my kids was in the system.
Yeah.
I had anxiety in my stomach, always thinking about what I could do better for my kids. My kids came first for
Yeah.
me. And you guess what? My kids are adults now, and I still have psychological, emotional problems with my children, even though this happened when they were younger. Even though I took them out of the system and I say, I will never put you in this situation again, I'm still dealing with the problems I'm still dealing with the consequences of my mistakes from when they were in the system.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
Well, Muriel, she seemed to be just fine. It's not phasing her
and
one
and and, and that's what I cannot understand,
bit
because
because
I couldn't sleep at night. I felt like I was even now. Sometimes I feel like I'm
Incomplete.
damaged goods because
Yeah.
I put my kids into that situation. Like
mm,
I'm not a good enough mother. I always find ways where I can improve to be a mama.
well, that with her, she's her concern is not being a mother. Her concern is being a wife. She don't care too about them children.
I
She
I,
don't.
think
I
no,
can't
I
look.
think she do. I
I
think she
could not
do.
I could not breathe without my children. You know what? I took five. I went got 2 jobs, and I went got $5,000 and paid a lawyer. I paid a lawyer,
Yeah.
and I knew I was down bad on my case.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to lose my kids to the system. Do you know what them children experience? My
Yeah.
son, they move multiple homes.
Yeah.
They put them children on all different type of fucking medication.
Mm-hmm.
The foster people, they don't feed them children. They beat them children. And guess what? You have no say. All you got to do is sit back and look. You can't even say anything.
I think in that case she has an advantage because her kids are with family members. But that's not to say they can't get aggravated just as well.
But do you truly know if they were family members? Because if they couldn't stay with the grandmother, then what family are they with?
They with the
They with
baby. They with the baby daddies,
the
right?
daddy and the father and his wife Stephanie.
Yeah.
And guess what? You know what they're going to do? They're going to transfer custody over to them. And the other children that don't have daddies in their lives, those children are going to wind up being in the system. I'm going to tell you right now, by those kids being babies, They're going to transfer custody over to Cooper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to me,
Yeah,
and
but you see the
and I
videos.
had to fight for my kids outside, and I got sole custody.
Yeah.
But see pictures of them kids. I mean, they look so happy. They look. They
I'm glad they're happy. But what pisses me off with Angelique is that I wish she fight for her kids.
Yeah.
She's not gonna do it.
That I wish she fight for them damn kids. It ain't over. And
Mm,
it's like if she could sit up there and tell me, oh, I'm tired of raising them kids all up. I don't think that's an excuse. You know what
no.
I think the problem is?
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
You want to be loved,
You want to be loved.
rejection, being lonely,
I
Yeah.
mean, but her kids really
wanting
don't
that
know
family
her.
picture, that dynamic. And so she's willing to compromise her happiness and accept any piece of love that she ever get in this world. And then she grab that, take it off and run with it. You know
Well,
what they say?
she could have
Any
had
good
that kind of
man is
love
better than
from
no
her own
man.
children. Your children bring you joy. Your children give you love.
And I know that. And she sat up there and she said, I'm not gonna be single my whole life without a man. Guess what? I've been 13 years without no man because I put my kids first. I'd rather be single than be without my kids.
Right.
All right.
13 years. When I seen I was putting a man before mine, I
Mm,
got down on my knees and I say, please, please help me. And when he helped me out that situation, guess what? I said, I'll sacrifice a 5-minute nut for mine,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for pleasure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get mine out. That's it. If you got me out this situation in 13 years,
Yeah. That's what up, bro.
I'll be single for mine. And even though I got problems with mine now, I
Mm-hmm.
still pray because the devil can't have this.
Yeah.
See, she sit up there and say, them children don't love me. Oh, they doing, my kids did the same thing. It's something they do. It's like rebelling. It's like, I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but you got to get down on your knee. If you believe in Yahuwah, but it's pronounced Yahshua,
Yeah.
if you believe in Yahshua, the Messiah, so much, you're going to get down on your knees, child, and you're going to say, devil, you can't have this here.
That's a
This
fact.
mine. That's the seeds that you push out. And if we lay it down with 7 men, however different men we lay it down with, it's our responsibility, not
Yeah.
them children, because they didn't deserve that. They didn't deserve to be here. It's our. We made that choice to have 7 kids, not them children.
That's a fact.
All
So
right,
she
Brandon. Well, I
she's
just came up to
she's
say
running
what
from
I had to
being
say.
a
Uh,
mom. She's running from
all
being
right.
a mama,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't like her. It ain't cause she found love. I'm happy for your girlfriend,
Yeah.
but them kids, and I did it by myself. I didn't have no Beagle app. I didn't have YouTube. I couldn't get up and beg for cash apps. I had to get up and work.
You know, and that's one thing I said
She
too,
have
though.
all this support and
Yeah.
still don't want to be a decent mama.
Yeah.
And I struggled to be a decent mom and did whatever I had to do, whether that's having to rob, steal, whatever. I got 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Did what I had to do to get my kids out the system. But that's all I wanted to say is
Thank you
that
for that.
I think the
Thank you for that,
plan
and
is
your
not
testimony too.
for reunification. Her court date is not until December. And if she lost visitation rights and she don't do A, B, C, or D, and they don't investigate his home and do a home study,
Yeah.
she ain't reuniting with anybody.
Yeah.
And and we ain't even got to investigate. CPS is going to do a thorough investigation on him and his family.
Facts. What else, Scorpio Queen? That's a fact. You guys
Okay,
came up with
let
your
me just
testimony.
explain something. You know, I get all the stuff that she was saying, but I'm gonna just explain something to you. First of all, this chick ain't getting her damn kids back at all. She, if anybody has ever watched her videos or been in her lives in the comments, first of all, she has released a, a audio of her CPS worker. She has also released the name of her CPS worker, her phone number. This CPS worker right now has to be escorted to her fucking job and back to her damn car because of this bitch. Not only that,
Wait, hold on.
she
He threatened
already
her?
has a criminal case with Patrick. She still has a criminal case with Patrick, so she's going to jail. She is not getting them kids back. Y'all can hope all y'all want about her getting them kids. She wanted those kids gone. She has said it over and over and over. She don't want her kids. Y'all can wish upon a star that she don't want them kids. She did everything in her power to get them kids taken, and it worked. So right now she's got multiple cases, and she don't got only one case. She's got a failure to protect charge as well. So plus she's gonna have a charge for child exploitation because she exploited her children. So every single video that she's doing is being taken and used against her. Even though she don't have her kids right now, she is still being fucking watched.
Yeah.
She's still being watched. So everything that she's doing right now, they're watching her act like a sick ass person. Do y'all realize she just went live what yesterday or 2 days ago and told everybody that she was playing in everybody's faces, acting like she didn't know nothing, asking them questions like she ain't know nothing, and taking all their money. Did y'all know that? So she know exactly what she's doing. So y'all need to stop being naive. Stop wishing that she do shit. She ain't doing shit for herself. That man ain't shit. Ain't none of them shit. What man in their right man would who don't have her kids and constantly live and then talking about their own mother, his own mother and his family.
Wait, this is my first time
What
seeing. I
man
ain't been
would want to
watching
be with
Angelic.
somebody like that?
This is my first time seeing. But he seemed cool from the brief conversation we had. Y'all know more about him. Like just like I didn't know who Patrick was, and everybody kept putting.
He ain't that cool because everything that comes out his mouth when somebody when a woman says something, it's always, oh, it's the Christians that ain't doing right, or oh, it's just the single mothers, they're just jealous because they don't have a man. Excuse me, I have a man and he's much better than you are. Much better than you are.
That's for Bigo.
So to sit up there and keep downing females is bullshit. And then she's downing she downs single mothers every single goddamn day. Like she ain't a single mother herself. That bitch ain't even married. She ain't married. She acting like she married. She ain't married. That man ain't even tell her she loved her back last night.
So,
So again, she doing all these damn storylines and training him to beg for money on this app.
so,
So hopefully people will catch on after she done told everybody she was playing in their face and she stopped giving up. They start giving her their money. Because now she got a man, let a man take care of her. And yes, he does have two cars. One car don't work, the brakes don't work, and the other car she don't want to drive because she said it's too fast. But the
uh,
shit about it, her dumbass don't even have a damn driver's license, so she ain't even supposed to be driving. So
yeah.
technically, she wants him to be her chauffeur.
So, uh, y'all, let me try to call out the positive stuff. All right, for this right here, like I definitely, like I said when I was lying with her, y'all, I don't feel like Angelic needs any type of man, any type of other energy in her life full time. I feel like she definitely don't need it. But however, things do happen, miraculous stuff do happen, and even though the odds may be against, they just may be the one lucky couple. But I truthfully feel like she needs to take a year to herself, and just focus on knowing who she is, therapy, parenting classes, school, not only GED, a little trade, pick that up, you know, visitation with her kids and shit like that. Self-love, seriously, like self-love is a motherfucker. Understanding who she is, and then branch off into the dating world after you find out who self is. If you really don't understand yourself and you so broken on the inside, yeah, it's good to have people there for you. But at the same time, you still become vulnerable to acceptable to bullshit sometimes. Sometimes it may sounds good, but your radar ain't on right. You know, when your radar ain't reading, you know, you think everything is good to you. But in actuality, it's not. So let me call out some of the good stuff. At least he's working. That's, you know, I didn't think he was working. I'm like, who the hell? Like a lot of y'all probably think y'all said he's working. That's good. He got a job. That's good. He know about her situation. That's good. But she paying for everything. What he doing with his money? Yeah, he sell gas and cigarettes. Huh? He has things going for him. Except the woman. Spending it on himself. So, she don't have to play. She says she pays for everything. She pay for everything. What's she paying for everything with? What money she getting? Do Angelic work? So how's she paying for everything? Social Security? Okay. And he work. Well, he stand at her place though. I mean, she stand at his place, so she probably putting, in on stuff. The state, food stamps, real child support. She helps out. Okay, well they doing it collectively. He need. Okay, they doing that collectively. The kid portion. She said when she was making those comments, y'all heard me. I asked her. Said she was just trolling, making them comments. His mother threw a birthday dinner for his mama threw a birthday dinner for his ex. Huh? My inbox? Okay. I'm looking. Okay. You know, his ex lives next door to the mama. Pigs, weeds, the garden, planting green and red peppers. Well, that's she helping out. That's good. Like it or not, she helping out. Now, if she not being abused by him, if he's actually, you know, pushing her to get her kids, pushing her to get right with self, pushing her to get a relationship with her, the high power she believes in, like, I think that's dope. Even though, on one hand, we may look at Angelic a certain way, like he crazy as hell. Have y'all seen him do anything or treat her a certain way or anything like that? Have you watched the last? I haven't watched Angelic in about 2 months, so I don't know everything, yo. She's not getting her kids back. She says she's having new ones. Yeah, I heard. Y'all told me she said. I think that's the part she said she was just trolling on. She's trying to get pregnant now. He 38 with no kids and all something. But she accepts him. But he accepts her. No, but they barely know each other. That's true. I don't agree in that. The last video, they got to send it to me. No real man would say, go get your GA. What you mean? Yes, they would. They'll say, go get your GED. Like, she needs it. Especially that's a part of the requirements for the to get her kids back. I think they said they want school and everything. That's a part of it. Classes. He don't accept the kids. He want his own. Why y'all saying? I think that's the trolling portion. Cause that'd be an automatic red flag. You don't accept my kids and you don't understand what I'm going through. It's a problem. Hold on. I'm about to text you something right now. Hold on. Where'd it go? Hold on. Like, that's an automatic. Cause you know she like know to play play with people's minds. That's like Queen Off and shit on to play with people's minds, the Israel way life while they together. That house not big enough to become all them kids. Y'all got a lot. It's the truth. It is. You know, why would he troll and say that? Cause they like making the internet go crazy. But you know what? Do I believe that? I'm not stupid. I mean, 50-50. I just feel like no mother would want to ultimately be away from their kids. And they damn sure, I would feel like no mother that's already away from her kids would even want to be with a man that wants to keep them isolated, alienated away from their kids. Like, that's like backwards when it comes to decision making. Then he slept with her the first night, so now he with her. Yes. She says she's not going to stop her life. Was she serious when she said that though, y'all? Like, and I know like some people on here, they ain't the best mamas. You know, maybe nowhere near the best mamas, but I feel like that emotional connection that they have, a mother has with their child, that's always gonna be there. I don't feel like nothing can break that. I feel like you can have stuff can cause distance, such as like, let's say drugs, hypothetically, and all of a sudden the mother and the child end up getting separating. You know what I'm saying? The child have to go over here, the mom goes that way. That's connection still gonna be there. She don't care. I think her life is just in disarray right now, and her cognitive function, her cognitive reasoning is not, you know, accordingly. Like she moving off an impulse. She's just letting herself become so. Appreciate it, mama. Very good looking. So you become vulnerable, open to the world. You can't prioritize shit. Her stories change daily. If my kids uncomfortable staying with a stranger, I can't stay with them. That's all facts. My mom never wanted to be a mom. She can't do it. And then when it comes to parents, most of the time, let's be real, you know, I know this day and age things have been changing, but majority of the time, I want to say at least 75, 80% of the time, you know, the mother has the child. So, and I know it's hard for women. And some of us, we raised different, y'all. Some, like, we know how to keep pushing. You know, I had my son since he was past 15 years. And women, you know, most of the time, y'all have the kids. Y'all be single moms. And y'all done been in situations where y'all was 4, 5 kids, 6 kids in, 1 kid, 2 kids. It don't matter. All of a sudden, y'all